So I heard you want to beat the Lost Sector fast.
Now I'll be running this Lost Sector with a very specific build that I made a whole video on. I'll briefly describe the build in this video, but I highly recommend watching the build video to fully understand how to utilize it. The link to that will be in the description. The exotic armor in rotation today will also be in the top line of the description on this video. And with that out of the way, let's hop right into the guide. Now for the build today, we're going to be using my Arc Warlock build with Sanguine Alchemy and Cold Heart. The auto rifle is here for stunning barrier champions. Cold Heart is here because of its heavy damage and build synergy, and the fact that it stuns overload champions, and the machine gun is here again because of the heavy build synergy, and it does good boss damage and shreds through champions. Now this is one of the best builds this season. I'm not going to go into full depth here, but I highly recommend watching the build video so you fully understand everything that's going on. Trust me, you will not regret it. This build is quite potent, and it's actually my favorite right now. Alright, so the first thing you're going to want to do is actually head to the right. Typically you would start this from the left side, but with this Warlock build I do like to start from the right, as you are able to clear out more ads, get more bang for your buck. We're going to kill that Drake so that we can actually place our Rift right there. We just killed him with our ability. That's going to make us amplified, and that's going to give us the super arc souls. Now what we're going to try to do is just try to hit down this barrier. Now we do still have these ads in the way, so the reason why we did what we did is we are getting a 17% damage bonus from our Rift. On top of that, we get the Arc Soul. We are amplified, so we have 25% damage resist. Now the barrier has reached its damage threshold to put up its shield, so now we're going to try to absolutely melt it. Place down another Rift because we are getting amazing ability regen from this build as well. Now, he is being protected by 2 snipers, so what I recommend is the second you stun him, actually go ahead and kill those snipers because a barrier champion is so easy to kill 1v1. Just one more shot, our turret's going to take care of it, and now we're going to proceed forward. Now, if you don't kill these snipers, they're going to move up here, so we're just going to take care of these guys, and then after you kill them, there's going to be 2 sniper shanks, or maybe 3 actually. Going to take care of them really easily. Yeah, there's 3 of them. And then the second you move forward, some exploder shanks are going to start pushing you. Now I believe there's 4 or 5 of them. Look, they're going to come from right side and left side, but thankfully our Arc Soul is taking care of them for us, which is amazing. I mean, we don't even need to pay attention to them. Now there's going to be 2 more fallen snipers coming from the right side. Unfortunately, sometimes the barrier makes them immune. Doesn't look like they're actually immune this time, which is great. And basically, we're just going to take care of them. You see that he's blinded because of the build. Again, amazing stuff. And now we're just going to take care of the barrier. Now, again, when you stun the barrier, I do recommend actually killing the things protecting it, because that makes it so much easier to kill. I mean, barriers are absolute pushovers 1v1. Thankfully, that's what I'm doing. So, got those guys out of the way, and now we can just take care of the barrier. Now, after we kill this guy, we're going to proceed forward, and there's going to be an overload captain and a couple ads. Really, really easy stuff. We have the Cold Heart, so that overload is just going to absolutely fall over. Now keep in mind, I did this 30 levels under power. This was at the beginning of the season. My runs will be much faster than they are now, but really it's not about that. It's about highlighting how damn powerful this build is. Like, there is just so much going on, guys. If you haven't watched this video, like, you are literally missing out on the best Arc Warlock build, the best Warlock build this season, period, in my opinion. I mean, look, the overload's just falling over. Absolutely crazy stuff. I definitely can't just sit here and explain everything that this build has going on. Definitely going to want to check that out. Don't want to miss that, because it's not going to be as good when the season ends. But at this point in time, we have absolutely obliterated the entire room, so now we're going to proceed forward, and there's going to be another overload champion surrounded by some more ads. And it's going to be the same thing. We're just going to pop our Rift down when we get a chance. We're going to become amplified from our grenade. And then we're just going to melt the overload champion. There we go. Pop the Rift down. Now we have the 17% damage bonus. Going to kill some of the ads blocking him. Now, the thing about overload champions is you don't actually need to re-stun them. After they become unstunned, if you just hit them with your trace rifle, they're going to stop regenning for a while there. Ooh, got an exotic engram. And also, they're easy to kill if you strafe from left to right. They can't actually do damage to you if you do it in the right range. Now, I am not entirely sure what I'm doing here. I guess I just wanted to go for an aggressive play, but what's going to happen is that barrier champion is going to come from that right side, and you're just going to kill him. I mean, there's not much to it. After you break his thing, you're going to want to kill those ads. It looks like I'm just going straight for the barrier champion, which is also fine. I mean, we do have the cover from the ads. It's just quite annoying if you don't take care of the ads first, because they're going to be throwing grenades at you and everything like that. But we took care of them, no problem at all. Now we'll get these guys out of the way. Now keep in mind, before I made this build, like I did this was day 1, so I had no artifact levels. Before I was using this build, I had like 13-minute clears. We're going to finish this in about 8 minutes, so it's just a testament to how powerful this build is. Now, what's going to happen is if you actually run to this position, I recommend doing this at the door that you came through. If you do it in this position, stuff's going to spawn from right behind you. Now, the benefit to actually grabbing this position and killing the stuff that spawns behind you is when the boss rotates to this position, because the boss rotates around the map, right? When the boss rotates to this position, he's not going to be making a bunch of ads immune, so that's always great. You'll be able to deal with them in his second stage much easier, because typically all these ads that we're killing right now would be made immune by the boss when he does rotate over here. So this is actually, quite a good position in hindsight. But basically, we're just going to try to clear out as many ads as possible, and then after they're clear, we're going to do some boss damage. Now, as you can see, that is just not doing much damage at all, because again, I am 30 levels under power. If you're doing this now with, let's say, like 10 artifact levels, then you guys are going to be getting quite a bit of damage off, probably at least half of the boss's HP. Now, we're going to have to rotate. That's the one issue with doing it right there, is the boss is going to spawn behind you, and you're going to be overrun with ads. So I really recommend not doing the boss damage from that position. But it's fine. I mean, if you die, it's not like it's a solo GM, something I am working on. If you die, it's not over. You could just keep going. So right now, we're just going to try to rotate over to that right side to take care of the boss. Now, where I'm standing right now is the boss's 3rd damage position. He's going to come over here after you do enough damage to him. So from this point, we're going to try to clear out some of those ads so that we can proceed forward and do some more boss damage, which is going to be no problem at all. Again, everything is just absolutely falling over. Gonna get that Ionic Trace. That's going to give us our Healing Rift. We can pop that down. And unfortunately, the boss is making everything immune, like I was saying. So we're just going to have to hit the boss until he teleports away. Definitely going to want some Void Resist mods on your chest, because he is just doing some heavy Void damage to us. And you see what I'm talking about. Our Rift wasn't even over, but we had another one charged. Fantastic stuff. Alright, looks like the boss has teleported. So now, we don't even need to move, because from here we still have our Rift, but I do recommend grabbing this position right here. And from here, we just melt the boss, guys. There's no more champions or anything like that. Now, this run itself is not the fastest run of all time by any means, but I really believe that this Lost Sector is very easy, so I am going to be putting easy farm in the title, because if you aren't 30 levels under power, you should probably be doing this in 4 minutes, 6 minutes max. So yeah, guys, really easy farm today. And that's going to be the guide, guys. Don't forget to watch the build video. Hopefully this helped. If it did, be sure to subscribe, as I post Lost Sector guides daily. Either way, I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you tomorrow for the next video. Peace.